Other absolute dB scales. VU scale, an adaptation of the dBm scale for audio signal strength, is used in studio recording and broadcast engineering for standardizing volume levels and is called the VU scale. VU meters are frequently seen on electronic recording instruments to indicate whether or not the recorded signal exceeds the maximum signal level limit of the device, where significant distortion will occur. This volume indicator scale is calibrated in according to the dBm scale, but does not directly indicate dBm for any signal other than steady sine wave tones. The proper unit of measurement for a VU meter is volume units. Other absolute dB scales. When relatively large signals are dealt with, and an absolute dB scale would be useful for representing signal level, specialized decibel scales are sometimes used with reference points greater than the 1 megawatt used in dBm. Another absolute measure of power called the dP scale references 0 dPk at 1 kilowatt or 1000 watts. REVI. The unit of the bell or decibel may also be used to represent an absolute measurement of power rather than just a relative gain or loss. For sound power measurements, 0 decibels is defined as a standardized reference point of power equal to 1 picowatt per square meter. Another D scale suited for sound intensity measurements is normalized to the same physiological effects as a 1000 S tone and is called the dBA scale. In this system, 0 dBA is defined as any frequency sound having the same physiological equivalence as a 1 picowatt per square meter tone at 1000 Hz. An electrical dB scale with an absolute reference point has been made for use in telecommunications systems. Called the dBm scale, its reference point of 0 dBm is defined as 1 milliwatt of AC signal power dissipated by a 600 ohms load. A VU meter reads audio signal level according to the dBm for sine wave signals. Because its response to signals other than steady sine waves is not the same as true dBm, its unit of measurement is volume units. dB scales with greater absolute reference points than the dBm scale have been invented for high-power signals. The dBu scale has its reference point of 0 dBu defined as 1 watt of power. The dB scale sets 1 kilowatt, 1000 watts, as the 0-point reference.